Hello, welcome to Yahweh Chapel with Truth. Today, the subject is Stop Lying to Our Children. The Wisdom of Christmas. Now, I'm talking to my grandson. He's right next to me. I'm telling him about the wisdom of Christmas. And I'm praying before I give you the lesson. In the name of Yahweh, I thank him for blessing us with his word. Now, is this a holy day, December the 25th? And was a holy man like Christ born on December 25th? Now, if you don't know the Lord, you wouldn't be rejoicing now because he was not born on December the 25th. When Jesus came, he came in Revelation. He said that he was coming with a sword for the wicked people of this world. Our people of color, we've been following this holiday so blindly. Why do you believe in Christmas? And where did Christmas come from in the first place? Is this a prophecy of Yahweh this Christmas? And can you tell me where you can find in the Bible that says that Christ was born on December the 25th? I would like to know. Children now is looking for Santa Claus to come with his reindeers and his sleigh to drop toys off in the rooftop of the house. But as you know, if you live in a project, there's no rooftop. And if you look at most of these houses now, there's no chimney go down. You find mostly birds in some of these chimneys. So I asked the question, where did this come from? Parents wait up and the day before Christmas and they put all the toys up under the tree for the children to get the toys from up under the tree. And I asked the parents, why are you lying to your children? Are you teaching your children lies? But we want to whoop our children if they lie to us. Then why are we lying to them? December the 25th. Think about this day. This is not a holy day. It's not. And was Christ born on December the 25th? Even with the original apostles, did they ever celebrate December the 25th and said that Christ was born December the 25th? Now, they decorate the tree with lights and light bugs, and people put different ornaments on the tree. So where did the tree come from? And why do people decorate the tree? Yahweh Truth will break up all this ignorance. We are a lost people. We really are lost. We are lost. And if we can do away with this holiday, and just by telling the truth, that's how we do away with falsehood. We tell the truth. But we training our children to look for Santa Claus to bring them toys. And see, I'm talking to my grandson. He's right here. And I'm talking to him now. He's 4 years old. I'm letting him know the truth now. And you want to get these kids these Christmas toys and these parents going all the way out their way. We need to come real with our children. Come truthful to the children and let them know that this system has made a fool out of us too. Not only the children, but us too. And why should you know? Yeah, we need to know. We need to know about this scarce day because this is a scarce day. Now, this day, they want to say that it's a holy day. But this is not a holy day, and they do a whole lot of unholy activities on this day. This day is a scarce day. When you look at the mass of people that gather together, they gather together and they said that they gathered together for Christ in a mass, a mass of people coming together. Jesus came to abolish sin. That's why Jesus came. He came to crush it out. And these mass of people, just think about it. When you see Chris and then you see mass, that's a mass of people coming together. Why did we start this? Did Jesus tell us that his birthday was on December the 25th? Did he tell us this? Now, the great one is asking people. Is he asking people? I don't think he's asking anybody to celebrate Christmas. Where did Christmas come from? Well, I have did my research, and my research has shown me, I went all the way back, to the 5th century, because I really wanted to find out what was going on. So, when I found out, I was like, wow. So I found out that Jesus was not born on December the 25th. A lot of the scholars believe that he was born the first or the second week of September. Now, where he was born at, they say it's a lot of rain over there. So now how did they come up with this story with Mary in the manger and with all this snow and stuff? We've been bred up on lies. And how did this happen? This happened in Rome, the Roman Catholics. After Jesus died, after 5 centuries, these pagans, they came together on December the 25th. And this was called a winter solstice fest. That's what they had. This was a pagan holiday that they worshiped the sun god named Ra. Now, on this holiday, they had a big festival, and they would worship the sun god Ra. And that makes me think about Sunday. Have you ever really broke up Sunday? Sun, S-U-N. Sun is like Ra, and day is like, this is Ra day. They worship the sun god, and what they did, they put lights on the tree. They put all kind of things up there, and they worshiped the sun god, and they kept their feasts going. They had candles, they had light bulbs, and this was a pagan holiday. And they worshiped the sun. This is what they did. And the Vaticans know the truth. The truth must come and falsehood must perish. We need to stop doing this to our children. We really hurting them. Jesus, he was not a weak man. He wasn't timid or anything like that. He stood on his principle. And what he believed in, he stood on it. He stood on the truth. The truth meant a whole lot. He did not lie. Now, this is a time that we need to stand up against the world about this truth. We need to get this truth out there. These people are people of this world. And these people that was of this world, a lot of them is filthy and shameful. Truth has to come. And like I said, falsehood must vanish. They've been fooling our people for so long that they don't even know any better. All year round, only thing our kids see is Mary in the manger. Every year they keep seeing the same thing, keep seeing the same lies over and over and over again. Where did this pagan holiday come from? I keep asking myself that. On December the 25th, Christ was not born on December the 25th. The person that was born on December 25th was Nimrod. And he was bad. He was worse. He was a rebellion. He was crazy. Nimrod, he did the Babylon system. He organized. He did economic system. He built up the Tower of Babylon. Nimrod was very rebellious. He was rebellious to Moses. He even heard about Christ coming. And that was like 300 years before Christ had came. And when Jesus was born, people was in a spiritual darkness. They was in a spiritual darkness when Jesus was born. And Jesus came to fulfill what was written in the law. Nimrod, he was rebellious. He was an evil man. Nimrod, he wanted to kill the baby Jesus. That's what he wanted to do. Nimrod was so evil. How could you be so evil that you marry your own mother? Now that's some evil stuff right there. Nimrod, he's the reason why people celebrate Christmas. I'm going to put this down for a minute because I want to talk to you. Nimrod, when he died, Nimrod's mother, she said an evergreen tree sprung up in front of her. So when the evergreen tree just sprung up, that was her son reincarnation. And what they did, the people in the town, they came around, they put gifts up under the tree for Nimrod because they worshiping a god. This tree is a god. And they put gifts around it. They took wrappings around it. They put wrappings all around it. Different types of things was going on the tree. And so this is a day that this man, he was a conqueror. He was evil. And every place that he conquered, it was evil people in those places. He was evil and rotten. And the people that, the places that he conquered, they was evil and rotten too. So we need to stop this lying to our children. They need to know the truth. If you want to celebrate December the 24th. That would be better to celebrate that day and let your kids open up their gifts early. But let's let this lie going around. The lie got to stop somewhere. And I say the lie stops here today. These children, they don't need to be looking for no man in no red suit to give them some free toys. That's wrong. We got this image in our kids' mind that this man is coming down a chimney and all this other stuff. Stop lying to these children. Tell the children the truth. I talked with my daughter today, and she was telling me that, she's, she has a beautiful, her Christmas tree is white, but I haven't seen it yet. But I had told her I was going to help her decorate it, but it's against me inside. I just don't feel like decorating no tree in honor of a wicked person. So she wound up doing the tree by herself. But she told me that when they was little, they never had a Christmas tree because I told my kids the truth. I told them that I was the one bringing the toys. I told them wasn't no man coming down no chimney. I had to let my kids know the truth because, like when me and my son talked today, I said I had to make a choice between food and toys. And the food was the most logical thing to make. So I sit back and think about that, that I had to make choices like that. And we've been stopped celebrating Christmas. I've been told my children the truth. But my grandson, that's the one that you hear in the background. TJ, you want to come over here and say hi to everybody? You want to come over here and say hello? Yeah, no, you coming to say hello. You want to say hello? Come here. Come here, TJ. You don't want to say hello? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, but that's what I'm talking to my grandson about, is about this pagan holiday. And I had told him yesterday when his mother was on the phone, I said, tell your mother to take down that Christmas tree. But I was just joking. But the real truth is that on December the 25th, that's the day that Nimrod was born. He was a very wicked man. And so if we're going to celebrate something, let's don't celebrate a pagan holiday and put this man up on a pedestal, because this man was very wicked, and you have to be really sick to marry your own mother. So that shows you how sick and wicked that he was. And I would just like to tell you another story about my life. I think about the plays that me and my brothers and sisters was in, that Shirley Hawk, she would give us little skits and stuff to play. And I remember going home, I would read the script over and over and over until I memorized it by heart. Because I know that Sunday when I got up, I didn't want to be like some of the other kids, get to the microphone and just start crying. So I memorized it so well that when it was my time to get up to the microphone, I was able to get up there and say my poem that I was saying, and I was able to sing a song because my godmother made sure that I was in the choir, that I was one of the lead singers that was in the choir, and she made sure that I stayed in church. I stayed focused on God's word. Even Reverend Jameson, I stayed downstairs from him, and he stayed upstairs, and he made me one of his chaplains of the church, and he was very nice to me. I remember when I was standing over to Reverend Jameson, he gave me, he told me that I could go in the basement and go through his books. And he had all types of books in the basement. And I went through all the books that I could go through, even took some upstairs with me to read, because I wanted to understand God. And I wanted to know the kind of materials that he was reading. And he was reading one book about Think and Grow Rich. I read that book. And I read that book when I was in drafting school. And as I go back to drafting school, I'm going to tell you another thing that happened. When I was in drafting school, I was in Hitch High School, and we had this guy that was in the class that was a bully. I mean, he was really a bully. It was just two women in the class, but he was always bullying this one girl. And one day I just got so fed up. Now, you're going to think this is crazy, but I got so fed up with him doing it. The last time he did, I told him, why don't you just leave her alone? And he was like, what did you say? And I wasn't even thinking about what I was going to come back. And I came back and said, your mama don't wear no drawers. Do you know this man got so angry? He was coming over there to try to fight me. They had to take me out the classroom, lock me in the principal's office, and call the police on this fool. Because he was a bully and somebody had to stand up. That's just like standing up for Christ. I know another school that I was going to. I was going to school to be electronic repair. And I had guys in my class that cuss all the time. Some of them came from prison. They had no respect for women. And I was one of the best chess players that was in the school. And so what happened, I was in there because I used to bring coffee in there. That was my extra money on the side. And they had to pay for the coffee and stuff. So one day I was in there getting the coffee. And this guy came in there and felt my behind. I had heels on that day. He will never feel nobody else behind ever again. So I didn't put up with a lot of stuff. I was the teacher's assistant. And when the teacher went on vacation, he left me in charge of the class. And this one other guy I had problems with. He know he don't supposed to smoke in class. He's sitting up there lighting up a cigarette, smoking a cigarette in class. And I'm telling him, I say, put the cigarette out. He said, I ain't putting out nothing. I said, I'm not going to ask you again to put that cigarette out. I got some people that can come in here and help you put the cigarette out. He said, F me. Okay, I said, okay, fine. So I left out the room. And I went and talked to the administration. I say, we need to call the police on him because I said, this guy right here, he throwing chairs at me. I mean, he just getting belligerent, you know, with his disrespect for me. So we called the police. So I went back to the class to teach the class. And I told him that if you don't like what's going on, maybe you should leave. He told me he wasn't going nowhere and got to cussing me out and stuff. So I said, okay, the boys in blue is here to take you up out of here. He called me all kind of names, but he left up out of that classroom. So a lot of times you got to stand up for what's true. You have to. And if you've been left in charge of a class to get somebody ready for exams, you should do the best job that you can do. But don't sit up there and let Satan come in the room and disrupt the whole classroom and you don't get nothing done. And I wasn't going to let that happen, not in none of my classrooms. You know, even when I did tutoring in the school, you know, I had kids in the back room laughing and giggling and stuff. And like I had, when I worked at Bush High School, I had some young guys that was cutting up, and I told them, you know, we was in the study hall, and I say, y'all can eat y'all little snacks and stuff as long as you don't make no noise, and then as long as I don't see it. It's always two in the back that's got to show everything. So the two in the back, they had some slush, and they was souping it and making noise, and the study hall supposed to be quiet. They making all kind of noise. And I made them come up front, and I say, tell you what, since you can't share this with the whole class, we want you to drink all this up at one time, and you can go sit back down. He drank it all at one time, and I looked again, and I saw his head down. I said, what's wrong with you? He said, you made my brain freeze. I said, the next time you won't be disrespecting the class. You got to show some respect to me. So I demand my respect from young people, but we got along. We had a nice time. I never had any problems with the children at Bush High School. They were very nice to me. But the other security guards, they wasn't very nice to them, but they were very nice to me, and they always respected me every time I came. They came in the building, I always greeted them, and that's about it. I don't want to take this up too long, but anyway, my grandson, TJ, you want to come over here and say bye-bye to everybody? Can you come over here and say goodbye? Please? Come here, TJ. Come here, TJ. Come here. Come here. Come here. Let me see that. Okay, let me see that. Now, I want you to come over here and say bye-bye. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
So smart. Thank you so much. I'll see you later. Bye.